अशा प्रकारचे फेस्टिवल्स आणि ते पण गोव्यात होत आहेत, कसं काय वाटतं तुम्हाला, काय म्हणाल तुम्ही?
नाही, खूप बरा वाटतो. मतलब फेस्टिवल गोवामध्ये असणं आणि मला हे खूप म्हणजे आनंदाची गोष्ट आहे माझ्यासाठी ह्या स्पेशली इफी फेस्टिवल माझा फिल्मचं सिलेक्शन. कारण उद्या माझी फिल्म इकडे दाखवणार आहे, म्हणजे 5 वाजता तिकडे आयनॉक्समध्ये. आणि उद्या माझी ॲनिव्हर्सरी आहे. तो म्हणजे इससे बडी गिफ्ट मेरे लिए कुछ हो नहीं सकती. तो आय थँक गॉड फॉर दॅट, यू नो.
क्या बात आहे. मला वाटतं खूप टायमिंग पण खूप चांगलं आहे. आणि सर आमचे गोव्याच्या सगळ्या लोकांकडून ॲनिव्हर्सरीच्या शुभेच्छा सगळ्यात आधी, आणि फिल्मच्या पण शुभेच्छा सर. सर गोव्यात शूटिंग केली आहे आपण भरपूरदा. शूटिंगसाठी येणं पसंत करणार की कामासाठी येणं?
दोन्हीसाठी.
हॉलिडेसाठी.
दोन्हीसाठी. म्हणजे एन्जॉय बीइंग एज लाइक यू नो प्रोफेशनली, या प्रोफेशनली अगर आपको आने को मिलता है, खूप काय यार एक्सप्लोर करायला इकडे.
बरोबर.
तर म्हणजे मी उतरलोच तर मला एक वेगळा म्हणजे आनंद आला की अरे परत काय मी सिंगमसाठी आलो का असं वाटलं मला आतमधून. सच्ची.
शूट झाली आहे.
हां, इकडे शूट झाली. मी बायकोला एकदम उतरताना सांगितलं की बघ वेलकम टू गोवा सिंगम. असं वाटलं मला कोणी सांगताय का पाठीमागून, यु नो, असं काय फील आलं.
क्या बात आहे सर. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. आणि एवढंच प्रार्थना करतो सर्व लोक कोंकणीन सांगपाक सोदता ही गोष्ट सगळ्या लोकांकडे मागता की जे डेलिगेट्स आसा मुजरत तिकेट घेया आणि पळया. उद्या संध्याकाळी 5:30 वाजता फिल्म, 5 वाजता आयनॉक्समध्ये ही फिल्म बघायला मिळणार आहे. नक्की बघा. गजरा एक प्रेमाचं प्रतीक म्हणून सरांनी जसं सांगितलं आहे. थँक्यू सर. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. थँक्यू.
Monica, this is for you. How do you feel being here with your show at IFFI? I think it's an incredibly exciting moment, and I feel very honored also because we've never, I think in the past, no series has premiered at IFFI, so I'm really looking forward to the response, and we're so happy to have such a wonderful, sort of audience that has come to see, and including everyone here, so I think we're very excited. Siddharth, what do you feel about, Aranya? What makes you most excited about Aranya?
Well, firstly, it's great to be here and to be debuting a series for the first time at IFFI. And I think Aranyak is one of those, the right one to debut with, because it'll hopefully have the audience at the edge of their seats, which after 2 years of sitting at home and watching content, it'll be fun for them to be watching something this engaging and thrilling in a collective experience.
मैम, आपने इससे पहले योग इतिहास पर आपने मूवी बनाई, अब आप भारत के इतिहास पर बना रही. कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट सम मोर मूवीज?
See, there are already 20 episodes running on YouTube on Indian civilization on a Vishuddhi Films YouTube channel. And of course, since India has so many dimensions, in future, yes, things may come up. I can't say right now, but yes.
Shooting is going on actually.
There are certain things going on, yes, in the pipeline, yeah.
When you make a movie on history, a documentary or a movie, sometimes we go short of written things or documents. That time we have to go with local tales or old tales. Sometimes the tales are not sure it's right, it's wrong. So how you take those things?
If you see what has been said by our ancestors, the path shown by them is the path. And if you are stuck somewhere, then you have scholars. If you are stuck somewhere, then you have other documents to look for. There are physical documents, there are textual documents, there are epigraphy. I mean the inscriptions, and then there are many scholars which we don't know about. They have spent their lives, decades and decades. So they show the path. So I think, and local traditions, yes, they are there. Yes, what you are saying, whether they are true or not, they are cooked up and all. Yes, there are certain things. But if you go deep into it, the truth line remains intact. The truth remains intact. The rest of the things do get, attached to it. You have to see it very carefully.
Because in UK also, the Anglo-Saxon king's history is nowhere written. It is being accepted by the historians also that the written part, the written thing has been done by the conquerors. So it may not be true, But the folk stories, the folklores, they are getting recognition nowadays. So that is the important aspect which you have mentioned. So we cover that part also, and we analyze it how much it is later cooked up story, or it is running right from Vedic times. There are stories which find mention in we have shown in one of our episode that one story mentioned in Garud Puran. Actually, the depiction is there in on Harappa pottery. So you can see Puranas are later, but the Harappa pottery is thousands years back. So we have to connect things.
What you want to say on growing of OTT platforms?
OTTs here in India are both advantage and disadvantages for independent films as such. So OTTs gives really a big reach and the audience base for every type of film. So we wish OTTs consider every type of films and help all type of Indian cinemas to grow.
Whenever I interview South Indian films or even Bollywood films, they say that South Indian films or the South Indian filmmakers are more disciplined. So, do you think it is the reason for the success of South Indian films?
Uh, it's a difficult question. I think almost all filmmakers are disciplined, but for South India, the culture of cinema is a little different. So we are born and brought up with a lot of art forms, lot of small stories, and lot of socio-political, cultural backgrounds. So that I think that will help us all to tell strong cinemas.
Vijay Sethupathi, a big star from South India, is connected to your movies. So can you tell us how it is connected to the movie?
When we finished our movie, he happened to watch the movie and he really liked it. So Sethupathi coming on board was biggest confidence for our cinema. For such a small and independent cinema, it is actually really great when such big names tags along with us. So he is a presenter of our cinema and we are really proud for that.
It is your debut movie, and the Vijay Sethupathi coming on board with your movie. So what was your expectations?
We really didn't expect this to happen. We just made cinema, so it just happened. So I was really surprised, humbled, and of course nervous also when he wanted to associate with us. It is a huge responsibility to carry Vijay Sethupath's name on our cinema, and we really hope we have achieved that name tag what it deserves. So it's getting recognized in all the festivals around the world and also at IFFI. So hoping to see it in OTTs or in more festivals soon. So.
So connecting Vijay Sethupathi name to your movie, you think this movie will grow to a bigger audience, will reach to the bigger audience?
Definitely, having a known name or a known production name or a Southern superstars names will definitely help a movie to reach more people. So people will really know about a cinema. They will know how a small story also can be as effective as a big cinema. So there is no big and small when they actually enjoy every type of cinema.
Sir, how was your experience as a jury member in the 52nd International Film Festival?
Yeah, so we came here more than, I think now it's about 10 days. We've been watching back-to-back films, watched about 25 films back-to-back. It was very, very pleasant experience. Somehow, if you see that, if you think about watching 25 films within a week or, close to a week, it can be very hectic. But, we managed that. We saw all of them. And it's a very diverse program. It had represented almost all part of the world. So we are very happy. We traveled because, last 1.5 years we got stuck in our houses. So coming to Goa is already a wonderful thing for me, it's because this is my first travel overseas, because I'm come from an island. So coming flying from Sri Lanka to India and then coming to Goa is very special. So a kind of relief. I'm so free to meet people and then to see cinema. So yeah, we watched a lot those films with a great respect, and then we had a lot of arguments, but none of them are bitter. But it's our own personal choices always. So finally, but we came to a conclusion that. We all can agreed upon. We had a steam jury member coming from UK. He was coming through online. So it's not only, it's a hybrid somehow, So we we discussed a lot. So it all went very well. We didn't have we never had any problems. Sometimes it's not your favorite film is winning. It may be one of your favorite films, not the one, maybe a second. So because we all have different opinions about everything. So, but I think it's wonderful event, and we are so happy that it's finished because we were very kind of worried because 25 films, we don't know what will happen to us, right? So you go to cinema and watch because those are emotional films, and it can hunt you down, it can throw you out of, the cinema is all about emotion. So love stories to gangster stories to many kind of stories, right? So we went through all and survived. So we are very fresh, and then we're happy that we have seen all the films, and it's very important. I think we give it to the best film that we saw it. Of course, it'll be good that if we can give it, each and every film is winning something, it will be fantastic. But it's a competition somehow, so we have to come into our own conclusion. So we desire to award to a few films that deserve the most.
I believe all 25 films were the best films which were screened over 52nd International Film Festival. Every film will make a mark on your heart because you said that emotional connect was an emotional thing was there. Do you remember any scene which I think what I can say is just it will be in your mind forever? Any scene do you remember, sir, from these 25 films?
Well, I can't really say right now, but of course, I think most of film has something. I think especially some Indian films, I saw it, is remarkable. There's some of the things I never have seen it before. Even some films I come from afar from. Some are about communities, special communities, and they have not heard. I never heard about those people.
Every area has stories to tell.
Exactly. So the human being lived with stories. Their past, the future, and everything is the story. So it's beautiful to hear those stories. And they are when you see a film, you want to live more. Want to experience more about humanity, and go there and see these people. Yeah.
So when we watch films as a critic also or a normal people also, when we watch one film, there is something to take away from this film, and we keep that thing in that story in my mind for a week. How you come out from this? Like if you're watching of 25 films in a row, how you come out from this dilemma?
Well, I think your experience are not so different to mine because it's sometimes even some films that disturb you a lot. It's not about sometimes like or dislike, but some film really can disturb you, emotionally can disturb you, like just as you go through your life. So it's quite dangerous sometimes, taking a kind of a risk to watch those films. 25 films, those filmmakers are coming from different kind of backgrounds, and some films can traumatize you. But as we have been living with cinema for last years and years, and seen, and I think there's a way to escape because you can contemplate and move on, and also looking in once end of a film, you feel maybe traumatized or whatever the emotional move happened, but the next film is recover you sometime. So that maybe the next film is not something great or anything, but it recovered from the past. So it happens. So I think within 25 film watching, sometime it has a great balance. That's why the selections is very interesting. It's create a balance in you also, psychologically balanced.
So last question I just want to ask you, sir. One hypothetical question I want to ask as a filmmaker, and I know all the filmmakers are emotionally connected to the society, and they should be, because I just wanted to ask what will happen if each and every boundaries in this world is disappear, and we are one world. What will happen? What do you think, sir?
Well, I mean, it's wonderful to because we've been anyway living together. This whole world, even not knowing it, we're living together, right? What is that knowing will happen? We only know now we are one planet, but we need to look after the planet now. That is the most important thing, because we've been living anyway. We had the same sun, we have the same moon, so same earth, so same air we breathe. It was always there.
Just boundaries
Yes, it was only our head we had boundaries. But now that boundary is also getting erased. So it's wonderful. So we live together.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nice to have you in Goa, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
talking about 52 years. That itself is a great achievement. And maybe background जो है हमारा film background है. 200 करीब 200 पिक्चर में मैं काम किया है and this is a matter of a great prestige and privilege personally for me as well to be here as a guest for the 52nd International Film Festival.
रीजनल फिल्म्स उभर के आते हैं इस तरह के फेस्टिवल से. आपने कहा कि 200 मूवीज, आपको ये पता होगा कि रीजनल फिल्म को एक जगह मिलती है, एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिलता है. कैसे देखते हैं आप?
It becomes very important क्योंकि जो वो recognition जो मिलती है, I think it means a lot. It promotes creativity and it motivates better kind of movies to be made in regional, because regional films जो होते हैं उनका market कम है when you compare it to Hindi movies, but still I think we have come a very long way compared to before. Regional films का भी अपना we have our own place and importance in today's global platform.
सर 52nd फिल्म फेस्टिवल आयज सोंपता, क्लोजिंग सेरेमनी. कशें आशिल्लो हो एक्सपिरियन्स ह्या वर्सात?
It was a wonderful experience and a big challenge because ह्या हायब्रीड काळान पसून अशे तरेचे फेस्टिवल, इंटरनॅशनल फेस्टिवल इतके बरे प्रमाणान करपाक शकतात आनी सादारण 70 देशांतले रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्स हांगा येतात आनीक तांच्या सगळ्यांचो अरेंजमेंट, हॉस्पिटॅलिटी, तांचे एअर ट्रॅवल, विजा आनी कोविडाचे सगळे नॉर्म्स पाळून आतां आमी एक हो फेस्टिवल केल्लो आसा. ओपनिंग सेरेमनी वॉज इटसेल्फ वॉज अ ग्रँड success, and then after we continued for another 8 days with all the films, over 360 plus films we have screened here. आणि ह्या इंटरनॅशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवला म्हटल्या नंतर संपूर्ण जगभरातली जी फिल्म्स रिलीज जावपाक जाय असतात आणि ते आतुरतेन वाट पळयतात. आणि ह्या फिल्म फेस्टिवलाक म्हाका दिसता की म्हणजे संपूर्ण 60 देशांतली फिल्मां हांगा जाली. आमचे इंडियन पॅनोरामा म्हणून तातूंत भितर आसा 17 भाशेचे फिल्म हांगा स्क्रीन जाले. आनीक गांवांतल्यान आतां जी भाशा आमच्या 8th शेड्युलानूय सामील नात त्या भाशेंतल्यानूय फिल्म प्रोड्यूस जावपाक लागली. इट इज अ बीग अचिवमेंट.
How was the festival?
The festival was great. You can see it's a very big festival. The number of films that are here, the number of countries that are here. But I'm no movie maker, I'm no producer. I work for government, so from South Africa. The ministry that I work for, Sports, Arts and Culture, have brought about 5 filmmakers, 4 filmmakers plus a jury, and that's why we are here in Goa.
How you look after this type of festival when it is like an international film festival and 2 countries are coming, or many countries are coming together and making this festival, and especially after the COVID, post-COVID, this type of?
I think it's important that we look beyond post-COVID, and I think coming together like this, just coming out of post-COVID-19, it's very important because the arts need to survive. The sector need to survive, and we need to find very ingenious way. Ingenuity is the way to find creative ways to make the sector sustainable, and so that it can withstand other shocks that might come. COVID will be with us for a long time, and we need to find creative ways in which we can survive other shocks, other pandemic in the future. We can't afford to lock down the arts anymore.
You first time as a participant in this festival?
Of course, I came here not as part of the FFI, but I came here as part of the BRICS Film Festival, which is, of course, is happening on the margin of the IFFI. But everything has been fantastic. My only concern is that the BRICS brand is invisible. I mean, look there, you don't see BRICS anywhere. So that's a bit of a disappointment for me, but overall, I'm very happy.
Ricardo, what are your expectations? The Golden Peacock is being given out today.
It's amazing. One thing that I saw is like the quality of every movies that was chosen here. It's amazing. It's really hard to choose one of the best because everyone is unique. I saw some Bengal movie and some Indian, and one from Greece, one from Spain, one from Chile, and it was really nice. Man, I think that the one that wins the Peacock maybe is the best, but there should be an award for every movie that was here because the selection was really, really of high quality.
रेस्पॉन्स खूप चांगला होता. म्हणजे लोकांनी खूप म्हणजे जे आपल्याला वाटतं ना की आपण लिहिलं आहे आणि लोक रिॲक्ट करणार की नाही, एकदम रिॲक्शन म्हणजे लोकांचं रिॲक्शन पण बरोबर येत होता आणि एव्हरीवन एन्जॉयड इट. आणि हे मोठी स्क्रीनवर पाहायला म्हणजे खूपच बरं वाटलं मला. हां, थँक्यू.
गोव्यात तुम्ही शूट पण केलंय आणि फेस्टिवलला येणं काय फरक वाटतोय?
काय फरक नाही. आपला असं वाटतं की मी म्हणजे दुसऱ्याच्या फिल्मसाठी आलो की माझ्या फिल्मसाठी, हेच मला थोडासा एक सरप्रायझिंग वाटतो की आता माझी स्वतःची फिल्म मी घेऊन इकडे आलो आहे. हे खूप मोठी गोष्ट आहे. अँड आय एम सो हॅपी टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ ईपी एंड एज अ डायरेक्टर राइटर. तो एक अपने आप में कैप्टन ऑफ द शिप होना, उसका आनंद ही कुछ अलग है.
ख़ासकर यंगस्टर्स के लिए, युवाओं के लिए बहुत अच्छा साल रहा है. आपने देखा होगा 75 क्रिएटिव माइंड्स को हमने सेलेक्ट किया इस बार, और वह बहुत ही रिवॉर्डिंग प्रोसेस था. उससे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला और इस बात से भी आश्वासन मिला कि देश में हमारे प्रतिभाओं की कमी नहीं है और अवसर बढ़ते रहें तो आने वाले दिन हम बहुत सुंदर फिल्में देश के कोने कोने से देखेंगे. तो ये एक्सपोजर के लिए मैं कहूँगा ये साल में यंग माइंड्स के एक्सपोजर का साल मानता हूँ.
आगे ये सिलसिला इसी तरह से जारी रहेगा?
बिल्कुल जारी रहेगा. कोशिश हम करेंगे जितनी हमारी सामर्थ्य है, और जहाँ मेरा रोल आएगा मैं हमेशा प्रस्तुत हूँ. इस साल भी प्रस्तुत था, आने वाले सालों में भी प्रस्तुत रहूँगा. यही मैंने अपने जिन बच्चे थे जितने लोगों से यही कहा कि हम अपनी भूमिका निभाते रहेंगे, और उन्हें यही ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि ये एक पड़ाव है, ये मंजिल नहीं है. यहाँ पे वो एक्सपोजर लेके जाएं और आगे जाकर अपना काम जो है उसमें निष्णात हों. यही मेरी उनसे शुभकामनाएं.
क्रिएटिव माइंड का क्या रोल रहेगा आगे?
क्रिएटिव माइंड्स तो ये है, देखिए कि तो सरकार और ऐसी संस्थाएं तो एक्सपोजर दे सकती हैं, मंच दे सकती हैं, प्लेटफॉर्म दे सकती हैं. सफलता तो इस पर निर्भर करती है कि कोई कैसी फिल्म आगे चल के बनाता है, अपने विषयों पर कैसे काम करता है. तो एक ऐसी अच्छी शुरुआत है और इसे आगे चलते रहना चाहिए. मुझे लगता है कि इफ़ी का फोकस युवाओं के ऊपर हमेशा बना रहना चाहिए. ये मुझे इंस्टिंक्टिवली ऐसा लगता है.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि ये दूसरी बार मैं यहाँ आ रही हूँ और यहाँ पे हमेशा इन 8 दिनों में इतने सारी फिल्में देखने मिलती हैं लोगों को. इतने सारे जो क्रिएटिव लोग हैं वो एक साथ आते हैं और अपने अपने आइडियाज़ शेयर करते हैं, तो बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है.
पोस्ट कोविड ये पहला फेस्टिवल है इतने बड़े मैदाने पर, और फिल्म फैटर्निटी को बहुत खुशी हो रही है क्योंकि ऐसे तरह के फेस्टिवल अभी शुरू हो चुके हैं. कैसे लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि ऑफ कोर्स कोविड में सभी को तकलीफ़ हुई है एंड माय हार्ट गोज़ आउट टू ऑल ऑफ अस. लेकिन ये अच्छी बात है कि अब हम फिर से दोबारा सब कुछ शुरू कर रहे हैं. वी आर कमिंग आउट. हाँ, हालांकि केयर तो लेनी पड़ेगी, मास्किंग, सैनिटाइजेशन सब कुछ करते हुए और अपनी केयर करते हुए, दूसरों की केयर करते हुए हम जो कर सकते हैं, जो हमारे हाथ में वो करेंगे.
हमने बहुत वक्त पैंडेमिक में ओटीटी पे बिताया. ओटीटी इफ़ी के साथ आ गया है.
जी,
सारा
बिल्कुल.
कंटेंट अब एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिलेगा.
जी.
इस इनिशिएटिव को कैसे देखते हैं?
बहुत अच्छा है क्योंकि ओटीटी की वजह से इतने सारे अलग अलग टाइप की फ़िल्म देखने मिले, इतने अलग लैंग्वेजेस में फ़िल्म देखने मिली. उनका कल्चर, वो उनका रहन सहन और जो आइडियाज़ हैं, जो अलग अलग स्टोरीज़ आती हैं ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, और जिसमें इमोशनल थ्रेड तो सेम ही रहता है, और इमोशंस इज़ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट एंड दैट्स व्हाट यू डिस्कवर व्हेन यू सी ऑल दीज.
Your reactions, this is the 52nd edition, the first international festival India is holding after the COVID pandemic.
I mean, India has always been showing a lot of resilience in coming out of any kind of calamity and any kind of destructions. And this is, I'm not surprised. We always get ourselves together and always stand on our feet. And International Indian Film Festival, it has been happening for so many years, and I'm so glad that at least it is up on its toes and running. People are coming, being celebrated, their work is being celebrated, the films are being watched. That's a great sign.
52nd इंटरनॅशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल गोव्यात आज क्लोजिंग सेरेमनी होत आहे. सर, अशा तऱ्हेचे फेस्टिवल्स रिजनल फिल्मसाठी खास करून किती महत्त्वाचे असतात, काय वाटतं?
मुळात हा जो फेस्टिवल तो तेच सांगतो की रिजनल असं काही नाही. ज्या सिनेमाला ज्या फिल्मला सिनेमाची भाषा आहे तो मग रिजनल राहत नाही ना, तो वैश्विक सिनेमा होतो. हेच तर काम आहे या फेस्टिवलचं सांगण्याचं. कारण जो एक इराणचा सिनेमा आहे तो त्यांच्या कुठल्या तरी एका छोट्या भागातला सिनेमा तो इराणियन सिनेमा म्हणून येतो. गोदावरीसारखा चित्रपट जो महाराष्ट्रातल्या नाशिक नावाच्या शहरामध्ये बनवला जातो, पण तो जेव्हा 25 म्हणजे सुरुवातीला 60, मग त्याच्यानंतर 30, मग त्याच्यानंतर जे शेवटचे 15 चित्रपट निवडले जातात आंतरराष्ट्रीय चित्रपट, त्यामध्ये 3 भारतीय असतात, त्यापैकी 2 मराठी आणि त्यातला 1 गोदावरी असतो. मग तो काय झाला, रिजनल झाला का वैश्विक झाला? हां,
वैश्विक. आणि सिनेमाला तुम्ही म्हटलं त्याप्रमाणे बाउंड्रीज नसतात.
नाही, सिनेमाला बाउंड्रीज असू शकतात. ते दिग्दर्शकावर काम करणाऱ्या लोकांवर असतं की ते त्या बाउंड्रीज पार करू शकतात का. भाषेच्या त्या ज्या सीमारेषा त्या धूसर करण्याचं काम या चित्रभाषेचं असतं. ती चित्रभाषा निर्माण करण्याचं काम हे दिग्दर्शकाचं आणि टीमचं असतं. त्यामुळे या फेस्टिवलचं म्हणणंच हे आहे की त्या सीमारेषा ज्या त्या पुसून टाकल्या पाहिजेत आता. हे या फेस्टिवलचं म्हणणं आहे.
गोवा सरकार चाहती है कि यहाँ पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन स्टूडियो हो और फिल्म सिटी हो. इसीलिए हमारी कोशिश रहेगी कि भारत सरकार से मिलके यहाँ पोस्ट स्टूडियो और फिल्म सिटी के लिए हमारा प्रयास रहेगा. और आगे आने वाले साल में अनुराग जी के साथ में, माननीय मोदी जी के आशीर्वाद में ये हम गोवा में कर सकेंगे, इतना मैं वादा डेफिनेटली करता हूँ.
और ये हमारे लिए बहुत ही बड़ी बात है. He's being felicitated now, a path-breaking performer, and his performances live on.
International Film Festival of India is a great vehicle to instigate, encourage the new filmmakers, or the coming filmmakers, the coming generation of filmmakers from this country.
In the last few days, IFFI has also showcased several movies that have been led by women, both behind and in front of the camera. I applaud them for their conviction, commitment, and for being an inspiration to the younger generation of female creators, writers, actors, as they work towards making their mark in this industry.
We aim to make India the post-production hub for the world by leveraging the immense talent amongst our youth. We make to India the hub of world cinema, a destination for films and festivals, and the most favored place for filmmakers and film lovers.
The award for BRICS Best Film is shared by 2 films, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the film Barakat from South Africa and the film The Sun Above Me Never Sets from Russia. Receiving the award for Best Actor Male. Whoa! The award carries the prestigious Golden Peacock, a certificate and a cash prize of 40 lakh rupees. The winners of the Golden Peacock, ladies and gentlemen,